Alright. Third time trying to record this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Digimon Linkz on Android. I wasn't intending to show this off, but I recorded Appamon episode 15's review earlier today, but it's only at 70% completion rendering after I've left it alone, so I'm with next order due to start part 13 shortly. I figured this was something to fill in the gap. Plus I've been curious about this game. That said, it being my third attempt to record this, not all my responses are going to they're not all going to be first time or shock value, simply because I do have a full part 1 of this recorded, but the screen recorder I was using wasn't the game launcher, but rather AZ screen recording, which I used to use on Digimon Heroes last year before I got my S7 Edge that had its own built-in game tools. Needless to say, because I didn't adjust the orientation in the settings, the orientation for the original recording is all wrong, and I wanted to redo this with the correct orientation so that the content on screen isn't tiny. So I hope you'll join myself and Hina here as we go through, we get our first partner, and we take a look at what Digimon Linkz is actually about. So we're meeting Hina here for the first time. I don't really have an idea of what she's saying, but I can imagine it's, so we're putting our name in. So we are Ganon, as this is the FightGanonFight channel. Actually, no, I have a better name. Fun Yarinpa. Oh, okay. So, see if it'll just let me put in Fun Yarinpa. Brilliant. So we're the Fun Yarinpa. And if you don't know what the Fun Yarinpa is, that is blasphemous, and you should feel bad. Like, you should apologize to the Fun Yarinpa. Yes. So it's our standard introduction stuff. Welcome to the world of Digimon, and I love this little vortex thing. The graphics are beautiful. Like, a lot of the graphical effects in this are brilliant. Like, even the Digimon, I think they're taken from Cyber Sleuth, because they've got this cell shading effect that the next order monsters don't quite seem to have. You'll see when we get there. And this little map of File Island, I really love, like the metropolis in the top right, and like this the Winterland in the bottom left, and that Aztec-like area in the top left. Everything is just so detailed. It's great. And disaster has struck. I was about to say stricken. I'm like, stricken's a word, but not the right context. And File Island is being erased? Going by the graphics? I love the music, though. I do love the music for the game. And Hina furiously typing. Her name, Hina Kurihara, if I recall. Error. Oh, she's managed to fix something. So I'm going to try and recreate everything I did as much as possible for this recording, because I still have the original recording, just in case something went wrong with the re-recording, and I just said nuts to it and threw it up. I don't know if I'm going to make Linkz into a series at this point. The episode title may say part 1, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee a part 2 is gonna show up anytime soon. This is more so just to show off the game. If this ever comes out in English, sure, I'll do a couple of episodes like I did with Digimon Heroes, but because it's in Japanese, I just feel like it's I just don't think it'd be worthwhile to do a full series, because not everyone's going to understand what's happening, and particularly me. If I can't tell you what's going on, then the series is pointless. So if I can't commentate on that. Connecting. So we've reconnect after the File Island disaster. We got disconnected. Hina tried to get through to us. She's reached us. And here we are. I love the little dot Digimon on the loading bar there, or even the downloading when it goes from Agumon to Greymon to Metal Greymon. So we've got our own little Digifarm here, which is great. So we're going to be getting our partner shortly. Now, on the first recording for this, I got a Koromon, which turned into an Agumon. I don't know if that's set by the game, but we may end up with something different. I got a party I ended up with a party of Agumon, Tentomon, and Hawkmon, and I ended up getting a Guilmon somehow as well. So, again, I don't know if that's set just for the intro, and then obviously you build your own party as the game goes on. But it just we'll see what happens there. Maybe I will get something different, and if I do, that's great, because then you'll get a bit of a more genuine reaction out of me. So she told us to tap the Digi Egg, which brings us into this menu. I don't know what the Wizardmon, Growlmon, and Dorumon thing is for, but she wants us to hit this little silver button, so we're going to tap that. And you see all those in training Digimon, and it costs 300 points to get an in training Digimon. Although Koromon, Bodamon, and Poyomon are not in trainings, that's odd. So we'll spend our 300 points that the game starts us off with. And let's see, what do we get? Koromon again. Okay, so it must be fixed by the game. So what we'll be doing next is, did you notice those little rainbow teardrop things? We're going to be spending those to evolve Koromon shortly. And I'm sort of not lingering too much on Hina's text, just simply because I don't know what she's saying to be able to read it out to you as if it was a let's play or a story. So saying, if this game ever ends up translated, or we do get an English release like Heroes, I'd be more than happy to play this properly. Especially with here we are, Digi-Egg. Especially with when next order's over, I'll probably go back to that now and then for trophy hunting and such. But there's other games that are going to be featured on the channel throughout the year, like Horizon Zero Dawn, Nier Automata, Tekken 7, Injustice, and Injustice 2. Injustice is actually going to be our March. One of our featured March games, along with Horizon or Nier, because the Nintendo Switch is coming out in March as well. Like this, I'm going to be doing Injustice over March because all my money's going into the Switch and Zelda and maybe one other game. But I can't, so I won't be getting Nier or Horizon at launch, but we will be looking at them on the channel at a later stage. I wasn't like, the rumor mill was strong for the Switch. They were saying March 17th, and I was like, St. Patrick's Day? Are you insane? That's a bank holiday here in Ireland, so we wouldn't be getting it on St. Patrick's Day. But March 3rd was just like, oh man, there goes my paychecks after Christmas. So here we are. We spent these little rainbow things. We're going to be spending 24 of our 25 of those to evolve Koromon into Agumon. Agumon! Look at it. I love the colors are so vibrant. It's great. But you see what I mean about the cell shading and the highlighting on Agumon there. So I do think these models are adjusted from Cyber Sleuth. Oh, the danger has come to get us again. Bugger. So yeah, so that's... So next order is... there's so much content in that. We'll probably still be playing that over the course of at least early March, along with Injustice 1 in preparation for Injustice 2. And then Horizon and Nier will feature on the channel. So if this got an English release, I'd love to play it as something after all that. So we're being told the basics of battle here. Don't really worry about what Hina says, because the button prompts will actually show you how combat works. So each Digimon has you've three Digimon, and each one has 3 types of attack. So you have a standard attack and an elemental attack. Or a standard attack and 2 elemental attacks. A standard attack is fine, but the elemental attacks take up AP. So as you see, it actually tells you the AP costs, and then you can see the AP bars underneath the hit point bars. Action points, I presume it means. So it actually, yeah. So it even tells you here. So. Right, so what we do, we'll hit attack, and it's going to force us to attack Numamon here, but just a standard attack from Hawkmon is his peck attack, and it does a little bit of damage. And then obviously the goal is to take their hit points down to 0. And then we have a fiery elemental attack, and this happened on the last one as well. It just wasn't recognizing my taps. There we go. So, fire elemental attack. It's asking me to target the Numamon again. It won't let me change to Kuwagamon, so I'm going to light up Numamon there and take him out. Ah! Oh, poor Tentomon! Every time! Like, even Hina's like, what the heck was that? So Tentomon's been killed off, but if we tap him, is that one rainbow thing we have left? We can use that to actually revive Tentomon. And just in the interim there, we'll attack. Now Agumon's back, so let's light up Kuwagamon with a fire attack. Pepper Breath! It's a heavy amount of damage. And Tentomon is back. And look at his little cheer. He's happy to be back. So, can we change who our attacker is? Oh no, but if we hold on their icons, it gives us their stats, which I didn't realize in the first recording, so that's awesome. Alright, so Hawkmon then. Light him up. Cool. So, our battle results. So we've gone from level 1 to level 3, which is good. Heen is happy for our victory. So the types of rewards we can win to help our partners level up, and then we can use those to evolve. And we're back on the farm. So we've tapped the Digi-Egg again. And it's going to ask us to use our 20 rainbow points that we earned from beating Kawagamon. And from them we get Growlmon! Whoa! Okay, you were going into the party. Last time we ended up with Guilmon. So to get a Growlmon, holy cow. That's awesome. So as you see, it's kind of like there's a sort of a floaty element to it, or we can build our town and improve it. Her sad face, I can never tell if she's actually sad or just being sassy. Like, sort of like a tsundere looking down on you sort of thing. Could be either. And here we go. So this took a while last time. So it's updating Wi-Fi data, but you get to cycle through Agumon's and his evolutions. And this is sort of it for the next maybe minute or two. So if you want to listen to me ramble on, stick with it. If not, by all means, I'm not going to be offended. Fast forward through the video until the loading bar says 99. For those of you who have stuck around, Greymon's... I'm kind of... Why are Greymon's chest tattoos so pixely? When his arms and his horns are fine, even under his chin are fine. His legs, his legs, not his arms. Same thing with Metal Greymon. Like, the things on his legs are fine, but on his belly, the markings are just sort of all pixelated. I wonder if that has anything to do with reusing the models, because even if they haven't been pulled from Cyber Sleuth directly, I think Bandai, when they start getting into the 3D games recently, since maybe even Redigitize, I think they've just been touching up the same models over and over. Because why wouldn't you? I mean, I hardly, like, you take the Pokemon models in Sun and Moon, or not even, but since X and Y, and then you bring those up to Sun and Moon, you just make minor changes to fit the hardware or the aesthetic of the game, but overall, once the model is made, you know, it sort of future-proofs it for a while, rather than having to build new models every game. So, but I do like this cel-shaded look to them. So our Appmon episode 15 render is currently sitting at 76%. I hate my laptop. I really should get a new one. But, you know, funds are a thing. I just... that said, something I've been wondering about. I've been... I think I mentioned this on part 11 of Next Order. I've been considering setting up a Patreon. I don't know if anyone would be interested, but I figure, you know, it would help me get better equipment, better recording equipment, better recording equipment, better hardware to record on, capture cards for the for recording things on the Switch. I would love to do a Breath of the Wild playthrough on the channel, to be fair, but the Switch is only coming with the ability to capture screenshots right now. It's not coming with video recording capabilities. That'll be patched in later, which along with the internet browser, I imagine, and the ability to actually use video apps like Netflix and things. But at the moment, and even then, like, video capture doesn't guarantee that they'll have a built-in streaming service like the PS4 and Xbox One do for Twitch and for YouTube, or even Dailymotion. So, and even then, I don't trust Nintendo to even do that correctly. So it could end up being like they could only, like, the PS4 lets you record for 15 minutes at a time, 15 minutes at a time, which is great if you know what you're doing. I mean, you could record 15 minutes. You've got the built-in software editor. I can never remember the name of it. I think I had to I don't think I downloaded it myself. It's hardly built in if I have to go and download it, but there's a video editor thing that the console comes with, or is at least free to download for putting videos and compilations and things together. You could easily record 2 15-minute videos and stitch them together and go from there. Alternatively, you know, 15 minutes might be fine. I mean, how many YouTubers only do 10 to 20 minute videos? But I would love to be able to get a laptop that could actually run having a Elgato and Switch hooked up to it, record footage directly and bring you the game that way. So I don't know if the Patreon thing will happen. I'm sort of still in two minds of it, but if it did, it's an option there for if anyone wants to support the channel and, you know, help me make better videos for you guys. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I never intended to turn YouTubing and video creation or anything like that into a job. You know, I certainly couldn't turn it into a full-time job at this stage, but, you know, having the facilities available to make better content, I would love to be able to do. But, you know, we'll see how that goes. I mean, because, you know, I really do like how well you guys and girls have taken to Digimon Month, how active the chats get during Next Order, you know, and the subscriber count has been climbing as well. Sure, I'm only on maybe, I think, 329, 330, but I mean, that's up from the 215 I was up maybe a month or two ago. So that's an extra 115 of you fantastic people that have decided, this guy is worth giving my time to. and maybe it's the Digimon content, maybe the Nintendo content. You know, I want to be able to bring more of that to you and make that subscription worthwhile. So we'll see how that goes. Right now though, we are getting up to... oh, we're getting close to the rest of this loading being done. The fun thing is, at least if I do a part 2 for this down the road, or later on, we won't have to go through that again. Go through this again. The sad part is, if the game ever does come out in English, we will. It'll just be one of those things, and I'm sure I'll have something new to ramble about at that stage. So here we go. Those who fast forwarded should be coming back in to the video right around now, I imagine. So welcome back, those of you who fast forwarded up to the 98-99% mark. Welcome back, and let's get into the rest of the game, shall we? I love that Agumon, Gabumon, and Terriermon. Okay. So the game's not giving us these, it's just showing us what we can get. So if we tap on the shoes button, we get 3 types of quest made available to us. Elemental differences and what's effective against what is what's being shown there. So we have the special quest, which is locked because we need 5 rainbow thingies to open it. The daily quest, the first of which requires that, you ready for this? We go fight a Platinum Numamon. The second stage, we fight a Super Starmon. And the third stage, we fight a Quillenmon. Or Chirinmon. I think it's Quillen, isn't it? Or is it Chirin? One's dub and one's the original. I can't remember. So we're going to go for normal quest. Stage 1. The final boss for this will be an Edamon. So let's jump into that. Our partners, we see their stats, but I want to take Hawkmon and swap him for for Growlmon. Oh wow, we get to a proper model viewer. That's cool. Okay, so 2 rookies and a champion. Should be good, right? Let's go get him.